I'm Jacob from Sustainably Yours, and today I'm rescuing some cast iron. I've had these old cast iron skillets and Dutch ovens sitting in my shed for a few years now. We ran across them at a garage sale for next to nothing, and they were in really bad shape. And I've always intended on trying to restore them. And apparently Google remembered, because I started getting a bunch of cast iron restoration videos popping up on my YouTube recommended screen, and it reminded me about them. So today I went out to the shed, I dug them all out, and we're going to see if we can get them restored. Now, as you can see, these things are not in awesome shape. Some of them are worse than others. I think this one of the smaller ones, it may end up being the easiest to clean up. The Dutch oven, it has powdered rust all in the bottom, so I don't know how good that one's going to be. But most of them, I think, with a little bit of work, we'll be able to get them fixed back up and start cooking with them. Now, I am not an expert in cast iron skillets, so I really don't have the ability to identify these. A lot of them, they really don't have any identifying markings that I can decipher. They have some of them have some numbers etched into them. One of them says Lodge on the bottom, and a couple of them say Made in the USA. But for the rest of them, unless they're covered up with rust, I don't see any markings on them. So I really don't know how valuable they're supposed to be. But that's not the point anyway. We're cleaning these things up because we would like to be able to cook with them. And I've also never tried restoring cast iron. So aside from some YouTube videos that I've watched, I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to try to clean one or two of these up at a time. That way if I mess it up, I don't mess all of them up. It's just a couple. So we're going to start with the two smaller skillets. They look to be in better condition than some of the rest of them. And I think our plan of action calls for a little bit of distilled white vinegar. Now this is just 5% vinegar that you get from the grocery store. The cheap stuff is what we got. I think the bottle is leaking a little bit somehow. I can smell it on me. But that's okay, we're going to use it in just a second anyway. Alright, so we're going to put our skillets into this tub. For these two small skillets, I chose a smaller tub because the bigger the tub is, the more vinegar it's going to take to cover everything. So to be more cost efficient, we'll use this small one for now. See if I can fit them both in there. Oh yeah, perfect. Glub glub. And I want to cover both skillets. I'm going to need a little bit more. There we go. Hopefully what will happen is the acetic acid in the vinegar is going to react with the rust, and it's going to dissolve all of that away. Well, when I first started filming this video, I intended for it to follow the entire restoration process step by step. I thought I had a good plan, I thought I knew the process that I was going to use, but as usual, once I got started, things kind of went sideways. And from there, I lost track of filming things, and I was just trying to get the job done. In retrospect, I think I've identified several things that I did wrong in this restoration process. Things that I can fix when I go to restore the rest of my cast iron. For starters, when I put these skillets into the vinegar bath, I let them sit overnight before I even touched them. That was way too long. Apparently, they should have been in the vinegar bath for no longer than maybe a combined total of 30 minutes. I should have put them in the vinegar for about 10 minutes and then given them a good scrub down with my steel wool. If they still had some rust on them, let them soak for another 10 minutes or so, maybe even 5. Scrub them down again and just repeat that process until the rust is gone. I should not have let them sit as long as they did. If you do, the vinegar can begin to attack the actual cast iron in the skillet, and it can result in pitting. Now, in this large skillet, I think I'm okay. I don't really see any major pitting or anything like that, any damage from the vinegar on the inside or the out. However, on this smaller 6.5 inch skillet, looking on the inside, oh man, there's quite a bit of pitting. I don't know, I don't have enough experience to know if this is major pitting or if this is just minor, but it may have been caused by allowing it to sit in the vinegar for too long, especially if there were places where the rust had eaten in a little deeper into the metal, opening up more surface area for the acid to attack. So I don't know how big of a deal that's going to be. I don't know if it's fixable. I don't know if I'll be able to just season over it. If you have experience with cast iron, if you don't mind, take a look. I'll give you a good close-up there. Is that going to work? Do I need to do something to grind it down, or can I just season over it? Again, I'm not planning on trying to sell these or use them as collectible items. I just want to be able to use the skillet. So with the exception of having some of the pitting damage in the smaller skillet, I was pretty happy with the rust removal part of this restoration. But I still had some places where I wasn't able to get all of the old seasoning off of the skillet. On this lodge pan, you probably noticed on the bottom, little inside of that little that ring, there's some seasoning left there. And then there are just little specks here and there where I couldn't get all of the seasoning out. And then along the top edge, around the rim, and then just below it, there were places where there's still some seasoning left. And then on the smaller one, this one was even tougher. All along the rim here, there's a little divot there where I had a hard time scrubbing all of that stuff out of there. And it was bugging me pretty badly. I wanted to get these things all down to bare metal, so I went to some pretty drastic measures, I suppose, and I got the wire brush attachment for my drill, and I scrubbed away using that. And it worked okay for some spots, but I'm afraid it may have been a little bit abrasive. But after doing some more research and watching a few videos on YouTube, especially from a channel called Cast Iron Cookware, if you're trying to restore some cast iron, or if you're into cast iron, you ought to check that channel out for sure. But I learned that if you're trying to restore this stuff, you just want to use elbow grease. You don't want to use power tools or grinders or anything like that. Apparently, it can mess up the finish, the original finish on your cast iron, and it kind of takes away the collectible value of it. Now, if you're just trying to get them up into a usable condition, and especially if you've got one that's in really rough shape and you can't get it fixed with just elbow grease, then, I mean, do what you gotta do. But those should probably be last resort things. And for me, I wasn't at the point of last resort, I don't think. But I did what I did, and there's no taking it back. I think it's going to be okay. I still think I'll be able to get these things seasoned up and usable. But for next time, I have a new plan. Instead of going straight to the vinegar bath, we're going to start things off with a lye bath. This is 100% lye sodium hydroxide. I picked this stuff up at Walmart. I'm sure it's available at most retail stores and home improvement stores. This is actually used as a drain opener. It is 100% lye. If you are going to try this, make sure, first of all, that you get 100% lye. You don't want to get any old drain opener because they're gonna have lye probably, but there are going to be several other chemicals in the mix there that you may not want soaking into your cast iron. Also, lye is a very caustic chemical. It's a base rather than an acid, but it will still mess you up. So make sure if you're going to use this that you're wearing your chemical safe gloves. Make sure you have on some glasses. I'm not going to open this thing just yet, so I'm good. But you don't want to mess around with this stuff. Keep it out of reach of children, and I'm sure I'll mention this in the future when I use it, but when you have your lye bath for your skillets, you don't just leave them sitting around somewhere. If your kids get into it, or if an animal gets into it, it can mess them up. If it gets in your eyes, you're probably going to be blind. So I'll probably be setting this up somewhere, or locking it up in a shed or something like that, for sure. But we're going to leave that for another video. For right now, I've got both of these pieces covered with a thin layer of oil. It's not going to be the oil that I use to season them with. It's just to keep them from rusting while they wait for the rest of that cast iron to be ready. I would like to be able to season them all at the same time, so I'm just going to hang on to these, put them up somewhere, and we'll get to the rest of those sometime pretty soon. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And if you're interested in seeing some more cast iron fun, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll know when to be back for more daily, sustainable